Yes, people, welcome to LFC Red Forever channel. So we're going to be obviously doing a preview for the Real Madrid game versus Liverpool. After that disappointing performance over the weekend, something's got to like take our minds off that disappointing result against Bournemouth. Let's just be honest. A lot of things happened after that game. A lot of talks, a lot of people asking questions, and what's our ambition for the season? What's next for Liverpool? Because if we continue as we are, like not getting wins away from home, top four is going to be like a distant memory, because other teams are more consistent than us home and away. And if you look at our away record, I don't think we won more than 3 games. So it's a difficult thing to watch, because each time we think like we turn the corner, we haven't turned the corner. It's always an obstacle. And when you're facing the bottom teams as well, the teams that you're supposed to beat, to get to the top 4, and you can't beat those teams, then you got to like reconsider that top 4 position. And it ain't working out at the moment for some reason. And yeah, there's a lot of things that's like getting on my nerves, and I'm getting upset about, and that's the players, connection with the actual fans, with the actual club, and everything like that. Because it doesn't look like the players are trying hard enough, if you know what I mean. And if you're losing against the likes of Bournemouth, you've got to think about like what's our actual ambition on the pitch as well as off the pitch, because there's everything at the club at the moment doesn't look good, and it's frustrating. It's really, really, really frustrating. And we didn't think like Liverpool Football Club will go through things like this again. I thought like we will learn from the past, and it doesn't look like we learned from the past either. And it's annoying. What angered me more than anything is what this man said. So what he said was Bournemouth wanted the game more than Liverpool. When someone says that, Bournemouth wanted the game more than Liverpool, and this is the Scouser in the team. Everybody calls him a Scouser. He's born and bred at Liverpool, and we trust him like more than anyone. If Trent is saying Bournemouth wanted it more than Liverpool, then what do we have to talk about here? That means the players are not connecting with the manager. That means the players are not trying for the manager. That means the players are not 100% committed to the actual football club. And it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing, because if the players aren't connected with the actual manager anymore, that means each time he puts them on the pitch, they are trying less, and that's what's happening. Listen, that's what Trent said. Trent said Bournemouth wanted it more than us. And that's a scary thing in my opinion. And I'm worried. I'm really, really worried, man. Yes, John. Welcome, brother. Hi, Fozzy. Bad result at the weekend. Yeah, man. What can we do? What can we do, bro? It's a similar thing. Like, it's a similar cycle now. Each time we think we've turned the corner, another result like that happens, and people are telling us to accept it, and we have to move on from things like this. But it's going to happen again. I mean, like I said, away games, it doesn't matter who it is, we're still going to be struggling no matter what. And Trent saying Bournemouth wanted it more than us is a worrying sign. It's alarm bells. It's alarm bells, bro. And I'm really, really worried for the manager, because if the players ain't trying for him anymore, it's going to be difficult on that pitch on a regular basis, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm worried, mate. I'm really, really worried. I think Klopp needs to like get his finger out, start pointing at players, and have that commitment with the fans again. Like, I don't think he's communicating with the fans as he used to. His body language doesn't look right to me. I'm worried whenever I see Jurgen Klopp nowadays. He doesn't motivate me like he used to anymore. I remember when you're looking at Jurgen Klopp in the press conference, sidelines, he gives you that motivation to win games together, to battle together, on and off the pitch. But it doesn't look like he's got that energy anymore. He looks like he's losing weight. His face doesn't look like he wants to be there. it's just, you got to read the body language, people. The body language says a lot from a manager. It's like he's been forced to do something he doesn't want to do anymore. And obviously the finance things doesn't help either. Like, if you're not getting the players you want, and we're facing one of our players in the next game as well, which I'm going to talk about as we go along. So like I said, I'm worried when Trent comes out and says Bournemouth wanted that game more than us. It's a scary thing, man. And I think Jurgen Klopp, going forward, he needs to like consider people's positions in that team. He needs to think about who to put where. You know what I mean? And there's no one in that team that deserves a starting lineup until they earn it, if you know what I mean. And that's what he needs to put in his head. That's what and the players' heads. Because when you have that comfort zone, that means you know you're going to play next week and you could do whatever you want. And this is the scariest part of the team. So yeah, let's go to the match. Yeah, so the match obviously is 5-2. Liverpool off 5-2 in the previous game against Real Madrid. It was a strange game because we started well. We started pretty well. So we have to score three goals away at Madrid. It's going to be difficult at the Bernabeu. You know, it's not one of those stadiums you could just walk in and expect us to, you know, win by 4 goals or 3 goals, whatever people are looking for. Because they don't allow things like that in their stadiums, and it's a scary thing in my opinion. Because when we beat Barcelona by 4 goals to 0, it was at Anfield. It wasn't at the Nou Camp. So this is going to be more difficult than ever. If we could get 2 goals in the first few minutes, maybe a different result will happen. I don't know, but it's a scary thing. I'm looking at obviously the first game, 9 shots each. 5 shots on target from Liverpool, 2 goals. 6 shots on target by Real Madrid, 5 goals. Possession, Liverpool topped that. Passing, Liverpool topped that slightly, and pass accuracy is similar as well. So if you look at that, the most important areas of on the pitch, Liverpool have topped it, but the scoreline, look what it says there, like it's 5-2, and there should never be 5-2 at Anfield. Let's be honest here, people. 5-2 at Anfield is a disgrace in my opinion. I can't remember ever getting battered like that in a European game, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so it's gonna be difficult because Real Madrid have had injuries in that game as well. A lot of players like Tchouaméni, likes of Tchouaméni and some other players weren't. I think Cruz was on the bench, but he came back from injury. So a lot of players in their team wasn't fully fit when they came on, and now they have them back. Alaba is not going to be available from what I've heard. The left back for them, the centre back as well. He plays the left back, centre back, midfield. He's not going to be available from what I've heard. So they might put Nacho as a left back, and Militao and Rudiger in the middle, and they got the right back with Vaghal as the right back. So it's not going to be and as easy as we first got it in the first leg. You know what I mean? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very, very difficult. I've already put the starting lineup together. Just hypothetically, like what we might see, and I'm worried for us because if Harvey Elliott and Bečić or someone like that starts again in midfield, it ain't going to be pretty. Yes, they're young and energetic, but what more do they offer? Like, do they offer creative side? Do they offer shots from outside the box? They don't do things like that, and it's really worrying me, man, because Liverpool, although we score a lot of goals majority of the time, we don't score a lot from outside the box. We don't shoot from outside the box. You know what I mean? Like, hit and hope. You never know. It's hit and hope, innit? If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But even if it gets a deflection, we don't even do that. We don't even try for things like that, and it's really frustrating me when I watch Liverpool as well. Yeah, so as you can see, it's 5-2. On aggregate, they're 3 goals ahead. So we have to get 2 in the first half or 3 in the first half, and then try win it in the second half with the extra 1. Like, you got to plan it, innit? You got to plan it. We planned that Barcelona game in the past. Why can't we plan this one as well and see where we go from there as well? Do I see us turning around? I don't think so. After that Bournemouth result, a lot of things, like, I think opened up for Liverpool fans. Like, we're not as good as we're supposed to be, and it's frustrating because we're not beating the teams we're supposed to beat. So if we can't beat the teams we're supposed to beat, how are we going to beat Real Madrid? Think about that, people. Like, Real Madrid is 5 times or 6 times that team that Bournemouth is. You know what I mean? There's 6 times the team Bournemouth is. So it's going to be hard for us to get this result unless they get man sent off, unless we get a couple of goals, and see where it goes from there. We've got nothing to lose. That's the most important thing in this game. We've got nothing to lose, and we'll see what will happen during the game. Because if you have that attitude, nothing to lose, just keep a clean sheet and see if we could get the goals that we want and then win the game, then maybe we will turn it around. This is Liverpool Football Club after all, people. We've done the impossible so many times in the past, even with this team. But, you know, like, it's not as easy as it used to be anymore, man. It's very, very difficult to talk about Liverpool in a good way, man. So I'll put this together. Let me come closer. I'll put this together. I'm assuming this is the team that's going to be starting, you know what I mean, for both teams. It could be different, obviously. I'm looking at the Liverpool midfield. Cruz, Tchouaméni, Modric versus Elliott, Fabinho and Henderson. Wow. Although Cruz and Modric are at the wrong side of 30, can they... they're still performing in the highest level, and internationally, obviously Modric, and for club as well. It is worrying when you see this lineup versus this lineup. Normally, on our side, we're okay, but this season we ain't okay. And facing the current European champions, then this is obviously where the runner-up. They've improved in their squad immensely. We haven't improved a lot, if you know what I mean. Yes, Gakpo. But you look at the personnel, it's majority the same players, and obviously Nunez. You know what I would do in this game? Like, if looking at it, I'll play double pivot, probably Henderson and Fabinho. Like, if we have Henderson and Fabinho in this position, we'll keep it more tighter, if you know what I mean. Play Gakpo and Gakpo and Nunez probably up front, if you know what I mean. If we see both of them up front, sorry people, I don't know what happened there. If you see Gakpo and Nunez up front, but change Harvey Elliott, probably bring on Jota, and then maybe we'll have more of a chance. Like this kind of formation, why not? Harvey Elliott taken out, bring on Jota in his place, and then maybe we could actually win the game that way. I could still bring Jota on. 1 second, people. I could still bring Jota on. Let me take off Harvey Elliott. So if you look at that formation, why not? Take off Harvey Elliott, bring on Jota, and then it'll be more attacking instead of like more defensive way. So if we look at this, I think we should go something like that. We've got 4 strikers on the pitch, 3 goals we need. Why not? Why not go for something like this and then try to beat them in that way? Because their formation is going to be like obviously 4-3-3, and Vinicius is going to be, the danger man on the left. Trent is struggling defensively this season. I've got to be honest, and I can't defend him like I used to anymore. Because after that Bournemouth game, I think a lot of people realised he's struggling defensively, and a lot of people attack his side. And this is how these opponents get goals. With Trent, physically he was struggling against Bournemouth. Mentally he was struggling because he was all over the place. He wasn't creating anything either, apart from set pieces. So it's a worrying scene when you see Trent, everybody targeting him. That's what worries me more than anything. So this is the formation I would go for. But as we all know with Klopp, he loves his 4-3-3. Nothing's ever going to change. It's going to be the same formation as always, 4-3-3. Harvey Elliott sneaking into the team, and we have to accept it. That's how it is. It's always going to be like this. Nothing's ever going to change. The most important thing is Konate is back in the team. Yes, he hasn't played well against Bournemouth, but he needs game time on the pitch. Eventually, I think he will come to his own and be more dominant, be more physical as he always is. And, the beast that we know, that he'll come back to that form again. This is how I see the formation for both teams. I can't see it any other way. But it's Klopp, innit? It's Klopp, and he's never going to change things like that. He's never going to change things like that. Unfortunately for us, like I said, I'll go double pivot, and then we could see something else instead of like the same old thing. The same old story. Like, we don't want to see things like that. But it's going to happen, isn't it? So this is how I looked at it. If you look at the formation, Benzema is going to be right up front on our two defenders. In my opinion, if Benzema goes that far, I think one of these two just say, you be free, like throughout the game, Virgil, let me take care of Benzema. I'll take care of him. So it frees up a defender at the back, so Virgil can play his passes from the back, connect with the midfield, and then Fabinho doesn't have to do a lot of things, if you know what I mean. So if we could do something like that, Fabinho will be like more mobile. That's hard to say, but he'll be like more free over here. So we will have Virgil coming up and helping him out in that midfield if it's like 4-3-3. Because I don't trust 4-3-3. Like I said, like if you haven't got the personnel for 4-3-3, it's going to be difficult. So if Konate handles Benzema, Virgil is free, and he could come forward a bit and help Fabinho in that middle. So when the likes of Modric come forward beyond our midfield, Virgil's there. See, the wall is there, so he doesn't have to go far. And same with Cruz as well. If Cruz comes forward, goes beyond Harvey Elliott, you're going to get Fabinho defending against them as well. So look at that. That is a brilliant formation if we work it out that way. But I can't see it happening because we just play the same way. We just don't change. It doesn't matter with personnel. It's just going to be the same old story, a different game. And this is what I said about Jurgen Klopp. I have to ask a lot of questions about Jurgen now, man. I love the guy. I don't want him to leave, but he's got to step up. These players are not trying for you anymore. Trent came out and said Bournemouth wanted the game more than us. What more evidence do you actually need that they're not trying for you anymore, Jurgen, man? Come on. Wake up to reality, man. And it's scary when you hear things like that. Yeah, so as you can see, people, like I said, Konate, stay on Benzema, free up Virgil. This is how we're going to get the goals. Let Virgil loosen up, be more in midfield. Robertson, take care of Valverde. Nunez, take care of Carvajal. And just free up everything in the middle, man. I don't see Tchouaméni obviously passing the halfway line. He's always around here. He never goes further than this. So if he stays here and Henderson doesn't have to worry about Modric, if he goes beyond him, Henderson could actually go further forward and help out the forwards to create more chances, if you know what I mean. And same for Harvey Elliott as well. So if he goes forward, Fabinho will take care of Cruz if he comes further up. So see, we could do it. We could actually get those goals, but it's just the mindset. We've got to get this right upstairs, man. Once we get that right, I think we'll be alright. But it's not going to happen. Yeah, so as you can see, people, that's how I see it. And I think we could actually perform even better like that way, man. Yeah, so that's the formation I see that's going to happen in the game. These two are gonna be well worth a watch, because it's Trent going to be performing as he usually does, which is people targeting him and getting goals from that side, or is he going to go forward and let Vinicius loose over here, and then Vinicius will be through on goal and setting up Benzema and scoring a goal? I'm worried, man. I'm really, really worried, because they always target him. It doesn't matter what team it is, they always target Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he flatters to deceive, because each time you think he turned the corner, he goes back to his defensive ways and struggles in the games. What was upsetting about the Bournemouth game was his performance. Like they were bullying him. I mean, if teams are bullying you from the bottom half of the table, it's a worrying sign. It's alarming, because what about the top teams when they got better players? How are you going to perform against them? It's a lot of stuff, people, man, and I'm starting to worry about Liverpool at the moment, and I don't think that our manager is helping the situation either, man. A lot of people are questioning him for his job. That's the wrong way to go about it, but he needs to wake up to the reality of these players don't deserve a place in the team anymore. That's what Jurgen Klopp needs to wake up to. Your players don't deserve a starting lineup anymore. So now you have to, put your foot down and say to all of them, places are up for grabs. It doesn't matter if you're Alisson all the way to Gakpo. The places are up for grabs, and if anyone does well in that position that I'm going to bring in, then they're going to take that position. That's it. Simple as that. Can you imagine what players are going to think? Oh, damn, my place is under threat. I got to perform on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'll be taken out of the team, and maybe international football will think about me not playing on a regular basis as well. So it affects them internationally as well as actual club level. So it could happen both ways. Yeah. So this is what I see in this game. It's going to be difficult, man. The 4-3-3 factor as well, like it's the mobility of Fabinho that pisses me off, man. He's not mobile enough, man. If he hasn't got the personnel, he doesn't move around. He's got no pace. Now the ball when he's there, he used to win it. Now he can't win it anymore, man. It's frustrating. It's like each time he goes for the ball, he fouls someone. Like, come on, before he used to just get it like that and then set us off in a counter attack. No, it doesn't happen, man. Oh, Lord of mercy. Do I think we're gonna win this game? No. Do I think a miracle can happen? Maybe. This is Liverpool Football Club after all, as we're all aware. Yeah, so that's how I see it, people. The formation is gonna be that way. 4-3-3, both sides. Real Madrid, better players are gonna come on. Like I said, Tchouaméni in the middle with Modric and Kroos. Dominating the possession and passing the through balls towards Vinicius, Valverde and Benzema. That's how I see it. It's more or less the Champions League final without obviously Casemiro and Tchouaméni swapping it. That's how it is if you look at it. Yeah, so it's frustrating, people. Honest to God, it's really, really frustrating for watching Liverpool at the moment. Next season we've got a lot of work, but the ownership we've got, what are they going to do? That's the thing. What are they going to do? Are they going to sell or are they going to still stay? Because, this manager deserves a lot better than what he's getting. He's not getting the players he deserves. He's not getting what he deserves either. So, it's a worrying scene. Oh, man. What more can I say, people? It's frustrating. It is frustrating. So, we move on to the next bit. Klopp versus Ancelotti. So these two face each other again, and majority of the time Ancelotti gets the result. I'm sure he was the manager when Everton beat us at Anfield the pandemic season. So the record against Ancelotti with Klopp is not very good. Majority of the time he either draws or loses. So Klopp needs to find a different idea to beat him. And it's hard. It's hard for Klopp. For some reason, he hasn't got that record against Ancelotti. Like the only manager that he struggles against is Ancelotti. I think he beats Mourinho all the time. He beats Pep majority of the time. His record against those other managers who play football is great, but the tactical managers that play negative football as well as exciting football, he struggles against. And Ancelotti is one of those ones. His record against Ancelotti is not impressive, man, and it's gonna be a big turnaround if he does it in this game, and I hope he does it because we need it. I can't see us qualifying for the Premier League, the Champions League next season, because we're not playing very well in the Premier League, and if we get through this one, I think we'll probably get to the final. But that's hard, man. Virgil, the way he played the other day as well, man. Does Virgil need a competition now? Do we have to consider getting a different defender to replace him? I mean, does he have to be a bit part player nowadays, Virgil? I don't know, man. It's after that Bournemouth game, the way he just stopped. That's unlike him. You know what I mean? He doesn't normally trust his left backs or centre backs. He normally, goes there and protects everyone. Now, His pace is slightly gone. And you could see he's not the same Virgil after that injury. And if Konate is the one that's going to take over, how long is Konate going to stay fit for? You know what I mean? Konate ain't the one, man. I'm sorry, people. Like, a lot of people is telling me Konate is the replacement. No, he's not Virgil's replacement. You need someone who's composed, someone who's finesse, someone who's a leader, someone who doesn't slide tackle for the sake of slide tackling all the time. You know what I mean? Like, someone like Virgil. That's what we need, like, to replace him. Konate is all action defender. Like, that's what he is. If someone gets past him, he's gonna probably give a penalty away. That's the deficiencies in his game. Redbird says, just want to say I'm still pissed at Salah. Man was almost laughing after missing the penalty. What kind of attitude is that? Redbird, I've always said that about Salah. I've always had to go at Salah because majority of the time we challenge for the league titles. If you look back at it, just look back at all the games, he cost us a lot of games with his greediness and his his attitude. If you don't play as a team, you ain't gonna win a title. Let's just be honest there. That's how I see it. Look at Arsenal this season. They might win the league. Why are they winning it? Because they play as a team. We don't play as a team with Salah. He's the only individual that we've got on the team that's like astray from the actual first team, because he doesn't work back, he doesn't run back and defend for the team. The defensive side has to be from the team for him. And if you haven't got those kind of players like Ronaldo and Henderson in their prime, this is the performance you're going to get from Salah. So he's not showing what he's supposed to show anymore. And he only turns up in the big teams, if you know what I mean. If you look at Redbird, he only turns up when the big games come along, and the light is shining at him, and all the Arab countries are watching on TV. That's the only time I see him actually do anything, because he can't perform like he did against Manchester United and then perform like that against Bournemouth. I'm sorry, so it looks like it's a limelight kind of thing, and this is what's frustrating me, Redbird. And I've always said it with Salah compared to Mane. When people ask me who do you prefer out of the two, I said Mane all day long, because Mane works for the team. He's selfless, like Ronaldo, selfless. Firmino, selfless. Salah is not selfless. Salah is Salah. Salah is all out for himself. We bought him to create chances for the strikers. We bought him to do something out of the ordinary other than goal scoring. But now he become a goal scorer. He's more selfish than everybody else. It's crazy stuff, bro. I'll tell the truth. I'm not here to lie to anyone. I've watched the team all the way from 80s to now. I've seen these kind of players. I've always, even Gerrard, I've always said it. I support Liverpool Football Club. I don't support individuals. If I have to call out Gerrard, if I have to call out Salah, I will do that. I ain't scared. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I remember Kenny Dalglish in 1991. People were having a go at him. We was top in the league, and he wasn't playing Peter Beardsley. And our fan base were actually having a go at him. Why are you not playing Peter Beardsley? You know what I mean? That's when he left afterwards as well. So nobody has the divine right to be in the first team if they're not going to be willing to work hard with the rest of the team. And like I said, if you look back a few seasons, Redbird and John and the rest, majority of the seasons we lost the league, he has a lot to do with the actual not us winning the games. If you look at that Tottenham game last season, he could have passed to Diaz and he avoided Diaz. He didn't pass to Diaz. Remember that. And if he passed to Diaz and Diaz scored that goal, we probably would have won. We probably would have won that game, and we didn't. So you gotta look at it. Salah only turns up when the light is on him, man. And I'm not lying about that. Sorry about that, people. I got work in it, night shift, so I put the alarm on. Yeah, he only turns up when the light is on him, bro. And I'm not even lying about that. And if people don't want to tell the truth about things like that, that's on you. I can't help you. I mean, at the end of the day, a team wins you titles, not individual only. A team, like everybody together. Individuals can win you titles, but they have to be part of the team, working hard as the team, running up and down that field. And he doesn't do that. And like I said, when the light is on him, he shines. When the light is not on him, he doesn't shine. And it shows against the Bournemouth game. That's true, but people give him a pass because of his goals. You're 100% right, Redbird. That's what angers me more than anything. Like I said in Jamie's actual stream, what decisive goals have you guys ever seen Salah score in a final? If you look at the Champions League final we won, he scored a penalty. Mane earned that. He didn't earn that. You know what I mean? So it's a penalty is a lottery. That's not even decisive. Origi scored the second goal after that. That's decisive. What other fight? World Cup championships. Firmino scored the winner. FA Cup last season, he didn't score a goal. League Cup, he didn't score a goal. So if you look at all those in finals, Redbird and everything else, he doesn't contribute a lot. But he only scores goals because the team, when they're doing well, that's the only time. I would like we talk about Steven Gerrard. How many goals did Steven Gerrard score that was a winner, that was opening the goal scoring? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Decisive goals. That's what I want to see from our top strikers. And our top strikers don't do that. Like, especially Salah. You know what I mean? And everybody hides behind his goals. But it has to be decisive. And he doesn't do that. I'm sorry. If you don't tell the truth, then it's on you. This is why the team is struggling. Because you defend things like that. I mean, Egyptian king. Yes, he's Egyptian king. But turn up when you have to go to Bournemouth in a cold day and score goals, bro. You know, come on. I don't know why he was still on the pitch, Redbird. I don't know why he was still on the pitch. If he came off, and Nunes stayed on and Milner came on, Milner would have took that penalty and probably 99.9% he scores his goal. Let's just be honest there. You look at Salah penalties, it's hit and hope. And majority of the time he does go in, I agree. But it's always hit and hope, like you have to close your eyes to hope it goes in. There's a lot of stuff. Listen, you got to be realistic, man. And if you lie to yourself and you like Liverpool for individual players' purpose, then that's not the team for you, man. And you're not going to win a lot with individual players. I'm sorry, man. I love Salah, what he done for us, but he's not a team player. That's why probably Mane left. That's why probably Mane got frustrated majority of the time he was there. You got to think about things like that as well. And Paul Mane was there before him. We qualified for the Champions League his first season. He was there, and Salah came after that. I mean, so Mane has contributed a lot since Mane has been there, and it's sad, man. It's sad because that left side doesn't look like the same without Mane. Let's be honest there, man. That hard work with Robertson and Van Dijk and Wijnaldum, that was just impressive back in the day, man. They were all in sync as one. Fabinho can do his interceptions. On the other side, Henderson, Salah, and Trent and Matip. I mean, like, it was all in sync, man. But it's not there anymore. It's not there anymore, and it's frustrating me, man, more than anything. That's why I said I'm worried about the Champions League the game, because if we turn up as we did against Bournemouth, we're going to get battered. If we turn up like we did against Man United, we will win. What worries me more than anything, people, is if we concede the first goal. If you look at our record this season, we concede the first goal, we more or less lose the game or draw the game. Just look back. We're bad. we're really, really, really bad, man. And it's frustrating, man. I don't know what more to say about that. Right? Like I was talking about Ancelotti versus Klopp. Ancelotti is always having a dig at Klopp as well, people. I don't know if you play one way, and he more or less is right. We only play one way, and it's easy to play against. We haven't got plan B. That's another thing we've got to work on next season. And yeah, man, if we could shock them in this game, play a different formation, like I said, a double pivot, maybe we could come out even better. You know what I mean? Maybe we could come out even better and win the game. It's going to be hard, people. Bernabeu, it's not an easy place to go, man. Bernabeu is a very, 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 very difficult place to play football, man. And I'm worried, man. I'm really, really worried. Yeah, so what I put up, that was my starting lineup. Majority, that's how I see it. Because what else can we have? We haven't got the strength and depth. This is the team that actually beat Manchester United. Take out Besic and bring on Henderson. Play Nunes as a wide man, but Nunes has got to be more in the game. He's got to like run at people and commit them, get some fouls and all that stuff. Get some yellow cards against them. You know what I mean? Like if they get yellow cards, you never know what's going to happen during the game. Innit? They might do another bad challenge and get sent off. That could be to our advantage. But we don't play good against 10 men either. So it's weird. It's weird, bro. It's weird. Redbird says, I've watched the Reds since 1970s, and you're spot on. Listen, bro, I only know what I watch, and Liverpool's my life at the end of the day, man. It's not as, I'm not like into it like when I was a kid, but it never leaves you, does it, Redbird? It never leaves you, bro. It never leaves you. We need to put Ali, Keller in goal together at least. We get a clean sheet. Yeah. It's hard, brother. It's hard supporting Liverpool, but it's like back to normality, isn't it? Since 1991 onwards, you don't know what to expect. It's hard, man. I don't even know, man. Score prediction, probably 2-1 Madrid. I'm not even giving us hope, but a miracle can happen. 2-1 Madrid, I say, but because of the last performance against Bournemouth, I say 2-1. It's tough, people, honest to God. It's tough. Yeah, that's me, people. 40 minutes. I tried to bring you whatever I can. It's not going to be easy. Facing Madrid, we need something, man. We need something. It's hard watching Arsenal top of the league. In the season, everybody is dropped, and us being that horrendous at the same time as well. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscription button, hit that notification button. I hope you enjoyed this. If you're watching back, you're new, sorry. Yeah, just subscribe to the channel. Yes, people, I brought you the preview for the game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.